Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Business Marketing Engine. And on today's show, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why your traffic isn't converting. And these are simple things that it's easy to overlook. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. This happens to all of us. But when we improve our traffic and the conversion from the traffic that we're getting, that's ultimately when our business can grow. So stay tuned and I'll share this with you. So before we get into the episode today, first, I want to thank you for being part of the show, for tuning in and for listening. This is an exciting episode. This is episode number 300, which I never thought, to be honest, I would reach when I started this show. But I'm really grateful for all of you that tune in and take time to be a part of this, and for all the comments and interaction that we get. I appreciate you being here. And just as a reminder, my intention in creating this show is to really serve you and provide you with ideas, resources, and support to be able to grow your business, regardless of what stage you're in. These are the principle-based, podcasts and episodes, so that no matter where you're at, you can take another look and you can use the information we share on the show to help you grow and improve. So I really just am grateful for you. I appreciate you being here. And so thank you so much. And so as we talked about in the beginning, what I want to share with you is 3 reasons why traffic doesn't convert. And just to touch on kind of how we view things here at Business Marketing Engine, we look at marketing as DCT. D stands for destinations. You're going to send somebody to a destination, a landing page, a website, a video, a Facebook group. You may even send them to a physical location, a brick and mortar, but you are ultimately wanting to send people to a location to do something. That's part of being a business owner, part of being an entrepreneur. The C stands for content. In order to get people to engage with you, to notice you, for your brand to grow, you need effective content. And the T stands for traffic. You need to drive traffic, whether you're doing paid traffic, you're posting organically on a platform, you're using cold email or radio or television or direct mail or all of the other things that we can use to drive people to that destination we want. That's what traffic is. You can use your podcast, to drive people places. You can do cold calling. There is multiple ways to drive traffic. And so when we're driving traffic, if we're paying to send somebody to a landing page, if we're sending an email out, if we're doing something and we're not getting conversion, these are 3 of the top reasons that I've seen when a client comes and said, man, I spent this time, I spent this money, nothing's happening. These are typically why they're not getting conversion out of their traffic. And so hopefully this will be helpful to you. And if you have questions around something, or if you're not sure why something is converting for you, drop it in the comments down below or reach out at businessmarketingengine.com, and I'd be glad to give you some input and ideas there. So the first thing is, when offers are not converting, it's because we have created confusion. And it's really easy to create confusion in our audience and our prospects when we dump out too much information. Because as the expert, as the entrepreneur, as the owner, and you are, everything about the process that you would take a client through, everything about what the product will do when somebody buys it. And if we share too much information up front, or in a confusing, unclear way, we actually just create confusion and overwhelm, and a confused mind doesn't buy. I've heard that many times, and I don't remember who said it originally, but it always sticks with me, because a confused mind cannot buy, and it cannot take a step forward. If you think about the last time you took a road trip, if your GPS crashed on you or wasn't working, or if you didn't have a map and you get to an intersection and you don't know where to go, all of the choices feel bad. We don't know, like, if I go right, is that the right side? If I go straight, is that right? If I go left, what's going to happen? All of the choices feel bad. And that is what happens when we're sending traffic somewhere and we're confusing somebody. That's what's going on in their mind. Confusion can come from putting too much information out there at once. It can come from not clear steps of what they need to do. Confusion can also come from, sending somebody to a page where there's navigation that goes to a bunch of different places on your website, when in reality, it should have just been a landing page, which I like to think of as like a single action page. If I send somebody to this page, I want them to complete a single action, which is to buy the product, or to opt into the next step, or to do this specific thing. And so if we allow our navigation, our graphics, our design, or anything that we have going on to confuse people, or we give them a bunch of options, that's why in many cases we're not getting conversion on that page. The second reason why traffic doesn't convert is lack of congruency. I had a client come to us and say, hey, I've been running this traffic, like I'm getting great click-throughs, but then they're not doing anything when they get to the landing page. And I clearly have people interested because they're clicking through. And when this client brought it to me, they were in the supplement space and very successful as a company, but they launched a new campaign. And so we took a look at the ads that they were running. And it was for a weight loss product for women. And so naturally, my client thought, which I would have probably made the same judgment call. The client said, oh, well, I'm going to put, an attractive, woman who matches our demographic and, show the process that she went through to lose weight. And so he's like, I'm getting tons of click through, but I'm not getting any conversion. And so when we took a look at it, there was a couple things going on. Which I'll touch on the third in a minute because it's the third reason why traffic doesn't convert. But the first thing that was going on is we were saying, join this program. This supplement will help you lose weight, or here's the challenge. I forget the exact offer, but it was like, here, if you join this program, you're going to get these supplements and this coaching, and it will help you achieve the goal of being fit and losing weight. That was the headline. That was the ad. That was the graphic that was shown. When we clicked to the landing page, my client had unintentionally gotten right into the details, and they were talking about, here's what you're going to do first, and here's how it works. And so for the prospect, when they clicked the ad that said, here's the supplement and the program you're going to need, when they got to the landing page, they thought that they were somewhere else. They didn't think they had clicked the right link. And that's what we call lack of congruency. A simple way to just test your congruency is say, what does my headline say on my ad? And if I click to my landing page or the place I'm sending somebody, is that same headline there almost verbatim, or in a lot of cases verbatim, so that I can say I clicked and I got to the right place. When we have lack of congruency in our prospect's mind and the audience's mind, they're like, I think I was going here, but I landed somewhere else and now I don't know what to do. It actually, feeds more, confusion. So congruency is making sure that our offer on our ad says, I will show you how to, lose weight in 15 days. And then when they get to the landing page or they watch the video, the first thing they see is, I am going to show you how to lose weight in 15 days. And that's congruent between the two pieces. The third thing that can happen when your traffic isn't converting, and ended up being a factor in my client's case too, is you can incorrectly target the wrong people. I see a lot of people with their targeting with paid ad channels, with lists they buy, things like that. Typically we make one of two mistakes here. We either have really narrow targeting, so we have such a small, super niche audience that we've layered on so much targeting that it just doesn't work in an ad platform, or it's such a narrow list that we just don't have a big enough group to talk to, or it's way too broad. And so in this case, really interestingly, our client had unintentionally had too broad of an audience, and they had left on, even though the product and the program was primarily for women, it could work for men. They had left on targeting for men, and they had targeting from age 18 to 65, and they were getting crazy amounts of click-throughs and no conversions. And so we looked who was clicking through, and they were 55-year-old men or older. And we deduced from the data and some testing, and we were able to correct the campaign because we were able to take over that campaign for them and get them better results. But we figured out from what we saw when the client had started the campaign before we took over, that it appeared to us that these older men found the woman in the ad attractive and they clicked it, but they had no interest in actually buying the product. So it was just completely incorrect targeting. So when we make the right offer to the wrong people, it doesn't matter, right? They're not going to do anything. And it also leads to confusion and lack of congruency. And so those are the three things to really keep in mind. They're often the three reasons why your traffic is not converting into somebody opting in or becoming a customer. You've created confusion somewhere along the way. So simplify, 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 and be clear. You have lack of congruency. Make sure that what your ad promises, I will help you do X, is stated again on the landing page, on the first place they go when they click, I will help you do X, and then explain what you're doing. And then take a good look at your targeting, because odds are you're too narrow and you're not getting enough exposure and nobody's seeing it, or you're way too broad and nobody cares and you're burning your budget and your time and your effort wherever you're getting your traffic from people that have no interest, and there's just a small group, very small group in there that may be interested. If you evaluate those three things, you're going to be in a position where you can grow and improve. So I hope that's been useful for you. If you're stuck on anything with your traffic, if you're not getting the results you want, please reach out. You can message me, you can comment below, or you can head over to businessmarketingengine.com. We'd love to have a conversation with you and see how we can best serve you. I appreciate you taking time to tune in today, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show.